Okay, so occasionally companies send me things to review on my channel, and I'm happy to do it if I think they're decent. But what I've decided to do is make a new segment so that you know right off the bat if this is a review. And I'll be doing reviews of things that people send me and also things that I buy myself that I just like. And the new segment is called... Alright, so today what I'm going to be reviewing is a new motorcycle lift from a company called Vevor. Tough Tools, half price. And this looks very similar to a motorcycle lift that I did a little video on in the past, but it does have one additional feature that I think I will really like. So let's check it out. So I did already cut the tape off camera. Sorry if that was your favorite part. But here it is, the Vevor motorcycle lift. Like I said, it looks almost identical to one that I reviewed earlier. Although this one's orange, which is fun because it matches my new KTM. But the thing that I liked about this one when I saw it, when they sent me the link to it, was that it comes with this stand that has rollers on it. And I'll tell you why I'm excited about that. And it looks like there is some assembly required for the roller stand. So the jack itself looks like it'll work right out of the box. It comes with this, tool that if you want to crank it up by hand, you can. But because I'm lazy, I'm going to get my drill with the socket that fits this and zip it up and down to my heart's content. But again, it looks like there's some assembly required to put together this rolling stand that this will fit in, like this, I presume. And then there will be wheels here. So let me get my tools and we'll put it together. All right, so this is pretty straightforward. There's 4 caster wheels. 16 5mm hex bolts and 16 nuts. Don't even have to worry about washers. So let me zip these on and we'll try this baby out. So maybe 5 minutes worth of assembly time there to put those 16 bolts and nuts on. And then you have a nice little stand for your motorcycle lift. So there's a couple things that I like about this lift. First, and probably the lesser of the two, is that it adds maybe an inch of height to this. Before, when I've tried to lift up bikes that are pretty high, with my other lift, I've had to put some boards underneath it. Not a big deal, but this is kind of nice to make it just a little bit taller for the types of bikes that I ride. But more importantly, the wheels themselves. And we'll see how well this works, but when I was working on one of my other bikes, my old DR 650 that I've been trying to fix up, I was replacing the chain, and like an idiot, I didn't get a rear sprocket at the same time. I thought the sprockets were fine. So I took the chain off because it was losing O-rings and stuff. And when I saw the shape of the rear sprocket, I knew I had to replace it. But I had to order it. And so I had it up on a jack with the tire off. And the space I'm in right now is where my wife's Jeep usually lives. I just take her Jeep out, so I have a little bit more room because my garage is very crowded. And her Jeep is soft top, and so it doesn't hold out the rain super well. So I like to take it out for a few hours while I'm working on the bike and then put it back in. So anyway, I had my bike jacked up with the rear wheel off, realized I needed to order a sprocket, and my wife's Jeep was stuck outside, and it would have been really nice to be able to just slide the bike over on the jack itself, rather than put the wheel back on, knowing that I was just gonna have to take it back off. Anyway, so that's why I am a fan of this idea of having the whole lift on wheels. And sometimes you're not going to want it to move around, obviously, so you can either put a block or something so they don't move, or just take it out and not use it in those cases. But I like having the option. So let's see how it works. All right, so as I said earlier, if you want, you can use this tool that they send with it that fits on, and you can crank this thing up by hand. It probably wouldn't actually take that long, but I'm impatient. So what I've got is just on my cordless drill, I have a 7/8 inch socket, and I zip it up quick. All right, so I happen to have this too far forward because it's lifting my front wheel way up, but not my back wheel. So I just need to reposition this a little bit. The kickstand is keeping me from going all the way under as far as I need to keep it centered on this. So I could either have somebody else help me put the kickstand up and keep it centered that way, or I think I might be able to just turn it around and go up from the other side. And since I'm alone right now, that's what I'm going to try and do. All right, so hopefully you can see this okay. I think I'll be able to get a little bit closer to the rear with the jack placement. And that cordless drill was kind of wrenching my wrist a little bit, so I got my impact driver. I think that'll be a little bit easier. Yeah, that's a lot nicer. All right, so I'm off the ground. I like that this lifts it up a little bit because it makes it so the lift doesn't have to go up as high, because the higher it gets, the thinner the cross pieces are, so the less stable it is. So this seems nice and stable, and let's see how the casters work. All right, again, both wheels off the ground, and yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to roll it down a hill like this, but it's definitely maneuverable, and I think that is pretty nifty. So this one does cost a little bit more, about $20 more than the one I reviewed before. And again, the lift itself is very similar. But for my money, I would have paid the $20 extra to get this functionality. Because if you need to move your bike after it's jacked up and it has no wheels on it, it's a pain. So yeah, I think this is a good buy. Vevor motorcycle lift. I'll have a link in the description. Thanks for watching, and ride safe.